Jasmine, thank you. 7 News has discovered that Dominion is back cutting down trees along the historic Washington and Old Dominion Trail in Virginia. I-Team investigator Scott Taylor first exposed the energy company's plan to cut down 33 miles of trees, including a lot of them in people's backyards.
Then Dominion paused the cutting, but now it's back at it. Scott Taylor joining us live now with the update. So Scott, why has Dominion pulled out the chainsaws again?
Yeah, great question. Dominion calls it emergency cutting. It doesn't want trees coming in contact with transmission lines on its huge electrical towers. That could mean a power outage, and nobody wants that. Now, Dominion says at least one county has asked to remove some dead trees, and other trees would be removed anyway under an old Nova Parks management plan. Nova Parks says the timing of the cutting isn't good because Dominion has yet to sign a new deal. Dominion is just wrapping up its plan to cut down 131 more trees, including 6 dead trees along the historic 46-mile Washington and Old Dominion Trail that spans 3 counties in Virginia. That's on top of the 374 trees it already cut down. In an 8-page letter sent to Nova Parks in June, Dominion calls it critical and immediate work to ensure the safety of its transmission lines. You can read the entire letter over at WJLA.com. Dominion says it's only selectively pruning or removing trees that are dead, invasive, or undesirable under an old agreement with Nova Parks. It appears it's removing multiple healthy trees directly underneath the transmission lines because of possible sagging lines as much as 20 feet during the summer, which creates a larger clearance risk. Dominion says it's removing some trees and vegetation at the request of Arlington County and Nova Parks. It adds most of the trees and vegetation in the right-of-way are not being touched. Paul Gilbert, the executive director of Nova Parks, which watches over the trail, agrees some of the trees might eventually need to be removed, but tells 7 News there's no reason that work can't wait.
It's hard to say that it's an emergency because if you're an arborist, you know that a certain species of tree grows at a certain rate, so it doesn't sneak up on you. You know, I've never had a dogwood sneak up on me. They should be able to predict these things years in advance. They could time the cutting in the fall where they could cut and then restore the area. Doing it right now doesn't really make a lot of sense.
The trees that are being cut down include 4 dead cedars in Arlington County, which Dominion has agreed to replace, 58 cedars, Virginia pines, and mixed hardwood trees in Fairfax County, 69 trees, which include cedars, a London plane, 2 dead trees, and a mix of hardwood trees in Loudoun County. Nova Parks emailed Dominion a new memorandum of understanding agreement in April after Dominion walked away from a 20-year agreement last year and started cutting trees. Dominion has yet to sign the new agreement. And after the last round of cutting back in March, Nova Parks says invasive plants have taken over a 4-mile stretch along the trail due to a lack of shade.
They have done nothing to address the invasive species. So that area is just getting worse and worse.
You can actually see it if you go out there.
Oh, absolutely. It's very green, and that green is not necessarily the good kind of green.
Now, Dominion tells me the majority of trees it wanted to cut down have been removed. It adds, according to its records, the trail has seen more than a half a dozen power interruptions or outages involving trees over the past 20 years. On the flip side, Nova Parks says it isn't aware of a tree along the trail causing an interruption in power. For the I-Team, Scott Taylor, 7 News.